Hello, how can I help you today?
Hi, can you tell me about your AI automation services?
We offer custom AI chatbot development, business process automation, and AI upskilling for organizations. Basically, we use AI to make your business run smoother and smarter. What specific areas of your business are you hoping to improve with automation?
Technically, I want to do some kind of trainings for the business. Can you help with that? And can you make me talk to someone?
Yes, we can definitely help with AI upskilling for your business. We can create custom training programs to fit your specific needs. To make sure I
Okay,
connect you with
that
the
sounds
right
good.
person. Great. To make sure I connect you with the right person, could you please provide your name and email address?
My name is Akshat, and the email is akshatbahety@test.com.
Thank you, Akshat. Just to confirm, your name is Akshat and your email is akshatbahati@test.com.
Yes.
Perfect. I can book a call for you to discuss your training needs in more detail. Would you be interested in that?
Yes, sure.
Great. I'll go ahead and create a lead and send you a confirmation email with a summary of our conversation and next steps. You're all set. Akshat, I've created a lead with your information and sent you a confirmation email. Someone
Now, as you can see, we just used ElevenLabs with n8n to create a lead in the system. We have the lead here in the system. I've been testing it a couple of times, as you can see, and it works really well, right? We were able to utilize n8n's MCP server trigger and technically run this whole agent and technically give this agent superpowers. And I'm going to tell you step by step on how you can do this and build your ElevenLabs plus n8n agent in less than 10 minutes. So very simply, you're going to come to agents, right? And on agents, you're going to click on new agent. And once you click on new agent, the only thing that you need to do is choose one of these options. You can choose a business agent, which is something that's pretty ready-made prompt, or a personal assistant. I'm going to start with a blank agent because I technically like to start and have a bit more granular control. I'm going to give this agent the name YT demo for AI for n8n, right? And very simply, you have an option which we don't need to use. We click on create an agent. Now, once you're creating an agent, the only thing that you need to describe now is the prompt, right? And again, describing the prompt is pretty simple, and I will give you a couple of prompts which will be available of the agent that we already created and the templates in the description below, so you can use that. But very simply, for this system prompt, the best thing is I'm just going to describe a customer SDR agent which can help in answering user queries and also assist with gathering their information for lead generation. Okay, and I'm just going to utilize this, also allow it to use tools. And then you can technically click this. Again, most of the times you will technically want to refine the prompt a couple of times, and I'll show you how to do that. While this is happening, you will get this simple outcome here. So again, you have a couple of things which I technically don't need. I can get rid of this, which is like, again, it explains what the context is, it explains the environment, it explains the tone that it has to follow, and then it explains the goal. Your goal is very simply creating an introduction, tell them, like, again, any specific pain points. Now, you can make it simple or you can make it a bit more complex as you want, but again, depends on what your goal is, and then briefly explain the problem, and then if the customer is good fit, and then schedule a call. Now, I believe these are too many steps, right? Again, the agent will just keep going around in loops. I would just suggest I just need this information gathering, which is information gathering. Ask them for their pain points and request them for their phone number and name. Instead of phone number, I'm just going to do email because that's just easier, and we need to call emails and we need to send emails, their email and name, and ensure to ask one after another. And after that, as you see, it has access to the following tools. It has obviously created tools by itself. We are going to change that. But very simply, we can again, we can change this closing, but I'm just going to write this. After you get the details, and here is something that you have to really be specific. You have to tell that use the following tool, right? And I'm going to define create a lead tool to create a lead. Once you get the information, and the second point is create simply, and the second one is going to be send an email, right? Pretty simple. Send an email to the user. Confirming details. With that done, we technically can keep the closing the same. It's completely fine. Now, the only thing you need to do is you have access to the following tools, and we're going to describe the tools here, right? So I'm going to give as create a lead tool, use it to create a lead with name and phone number. I keep saying phone number, but it's name and email. Again, in real use case, it will be phone number or a couple of more details, but you can use this right now. The second option is going to be simply saying send an email to the user with details. We're going to close it down. Now you can add variables here and you can do a couple of things. We're going to keep it simple just to get you started. Now you can also add knowledge base. Now I can technically add a URL, so you have better with AI. So if anyone of you is looking for AI stuff to be done for your business, go ahead to that and add URL. And once the add URL part is done, it will simply add this to the knowledge base. I can save this and then come to the most important part. As you see, there are a ton of tools available here, right? But we're not going to use any of them. I believe, with ElevenLabs, the best thing is they have an extremely beautiful MCP connector here. And as you can see, this is the MCP server. Now, it's going to take exactly 2 minutes for us to set up this server. And I'm going to show you how. Come to n8n, okay? And very simply what we're going to do is click on create a workflow and create a brand new workflow. We're going to click on this and you need to select search for MCP and you're going to select for MCP server trigger. Now obviously this URL will not be available. Once you like your test URL, production URL, we'll come to that in a second. Just come back here and select a tool. I'm going to select Gmail and I already have my Gmail connected. You can connect it by creating a new credential, which will take you to a sign-in page. So very simply, if I bring you here, it will give you an option to sign in with Google. That's pretty much it. Now once we are here, the only thing we need to do is change this to, just click on the button where it technically allows the AI to write the subject and details itself, write the message, and remember, and this is the most important part, is send an email, renaming this, okay? Then the second tool that we're going to do is, very simply, is going to be the Airtable tool, which is to create a record. So as you can see, we have all of these details available. We're going to select the base. I have a ton of them. The base is this particular thing that's mentioned here in Airtable, and this is the table that we're going to select. So that's the leads table. And then we're going to come back here and select leads table. As you can see, it's asking for record ID, which it should not, but the operation here is something that you have to change it to create. Okay, so now this tool has access to create a record in our table. And the same logic, we are not going to keep this. We're going to say create a lead, right? And now same logic here. I'm going to put this to name, email. For the status, I can technically use the expression node to define it if I want AI to define this. But for our use case, I'm just going to technically say wow. That's it. And save this. If you think this is too easy, it is, and it really is. So we're going to click on production URL. We're going to copy this. Just click to copy and come back to ElevenLabs. Once you're back in ElevenLabs, the only thing you need to do is click on add server. And again, you can see I have a couple of servers here. I'm going to click on new custom servers and say n8n YT demo, right? And we are going to come and select SSE and import the value. Now it will give you this warning to technically have authentication. You should technically add authentication, but for our demo, you can just use this. For an authentication purpose, we'll technically want to add one of these options and then host it there also. It's fine. It does not take a lot of time. We can do that, but the demo is just we're going to keep it simple. Now, once you have this, you can obviously add the headers and everything else, and you can choose a tool approval mode. Now, what does this mean? Is if you want to allow the user to choose if the agent can call a tool or not. Now, the idea is obviously not, because that would be wrong, because this is an agent that is going to be client facing. So you want to select on no approval, right? And say I trust this server and click on add a server. Now once this server is added, you have to go ahead and again select it. So we're going to select n8n YT demo. Come back here and you're going to come to tools and it's going to take a second to test it. So for that, one thing that I forgot to do is I need to make this active so that now it can technically access the server in a second. So it will take a second or so to test it, and I can also refresh the page so that again I can come back and select it again. But very simply again, n8n YT demo, and as you can see, it has access to the tools now, and create a lead and send an email. With that, you technically pretty much have your whole tool and everything ready. We can go ahead and test this right away and see how it actually performs. Now again, it probably will take a couple of things, right? But just to test the tool, one thing that I started doing a lot, because sometimes ElevenLabs just keeps talking a lot. I can just say, if I say the code E760, create a lead and send an email with the following details. The details are going to be test@test.com. Name is test YouTube. Okay. And this is just a hack that I do to change settings. Please don't use this in production agents. This is just for testing. Okay, so we're going to click on test AI agent. And now, if everything works right, this should be pretty easy to just add and talk to it.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hi, I just want to know a bit more about your services and then talk to someone.
Hi there, I'm Alex, and I'm here to help you understand how our services can benefit your business. To start, could you tell me a bit about the challenges or pain points you're currently facing in your business?
I need
Also, could you
someone.
please
I need someone to just
understand you're
help
looking
me
to
with the
speak with
business.
someone? I understand you need help with your business. To better understand how we can assist you, could you please specify what areas of your business you're looking to improve or what specific challenges you're facing? Also, could you provide your email and name so I can create a lead for you?
Perfect. My name is Akshat and my email is akshat@youtube.com.
Great, thank you for providing your information. I've created a lead with your name and email. I'll also send you a confirmation email. I have created a lead for you and sent a confirmation email. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that would be all. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. If you have any further questions or need assistance in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Perfect. And I'm glad that it worked in the first shot, right? But the idea is that we were able to create a whole lead. And as you can see, it should show up here, akshat@youtube.com. Right now, this is a live lead created quite literally in seconds, right? So again, I can show you the history. So you see this is live created and 40 seconds ago. And also you can go to executions and see how it triggered. So as you will see, it will first trigger the tool of creating a lead. It should technically not say creating a lead, and we can obviously change that. And the second one is send an email, and it sent an email to akshat@youtube.com. I think someone might actually have that as an email, and I'll have to check that. And it sends very simply a confirmation email. We've created a lead for you. Now again, obviously you can define the tool a lot more, right? And if you think that was it, yes, 110%, that was the whole idea, right? Again, you can do a couple of more things, add more details to the tools, and I'll show you that in a second. But very simply, if you are looking to build your AI agent, that is the true goal on how you can just go ahead and quickly build the first AI agent with ElevenLabs. And I'm telling you, this is going to blow up. ElevenLabs with MCPs is the future of building agents. And they also have a couple of new things called workflows, which I'm going to cover in the next video. And if you want early access to that, you can join our AI community, which has an extreme amount of information, and we are offering some cool stuff for the first 50 members. So go ahead and click the link in the description, join that. And if you like the, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, but helps you out a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.